Good evening and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the penultimate race of the season. Of this here season 5 of Golden Lap. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to say a quick thank you to every single person who leaves a comment on this series. This series by far beats the others in terms of engagement, which I greatly appreciate. You know, I didn't really expect that when I started uploading this game, but I guess that's YouTube and that's the algorithm, and that's just how it goes, which is not a problem for me at all because I love Formula 1, I love racing, I love racing games and racing sims. So yeah, works for me. Just want to say a big thank you, and of course, don't forget, I do read comments and I do reply, and even if you may not get a reply as in an acknowledgement in a video, because I tend to record a little bit in advance, trust me, I've read it, and trust me, I have taken on the advice. Now, where are we? We've got 2 races to go. These are the team standings. We are 17 points up on Ezzolini, and our focus at the end of this season is to keep that second place in the constructors or the team standings. At the end of the last race, I was a little bit of an ass. Because what happens when you assume you make an ass out of you and me and George Bregman? Because the win, we could have had the win. But I had kind of accepted the second place. And at the end of the race, Bregman was closing the gap and I didn't even realize. And if I'd have told him to push, maybe the overtake could have happened. Then again, maybe it didn't. Maybe it wouldn't, and maybe pushing would have caused the crash. We simply don't know. And therefore, that is the last I'm going to mention it. There is no point worrying about it, because George Bregman came home in second. There's still 2 races, and if the LeBrons mess up, he is going to be there. He is going to be there to pick up the pieces. The goal is second place. That is the goal. Bregman hopefully understands that. We're going to go to the garage, but we're not going to build anything. I don't think there's any need. We've got relatively strong cars, or at least a relatively strong first car for George Bregman, and an okay car for Artie von Heim. It could be stronger, but at this point now, I don't think it's worth spending the money. And if you've commented on the previous video saying like, upgrade this part, or maybe, stop upgrading now, we are now stopping up the upgrades. I gave Bregman 1 more upgrade to the engine, and I mean, his overall average performance is now above 300. Sorry, 300? 3,000. So that's why we gave him the upgrade. But no more. We're going to race the last 2 races as we are. We're going to try and save a bit of the cash for next season. And we're going to go into it now. So, Artie von Heim, you're going to go out first. No, Bregman. No, yeah, Bregman goes out first. Artie von Heim goes out second. Let's go. Dang it, he's going to be stuck. No, he'll be all right. He'll get past the hemlock. Yeah, he'll be fine. So, we're in South Africa. It would have been Cilier's home race. But the crash at the end of the race before last, I think it was in Argentina. A Bregman's home race. Wow. Bregman, fastest. Goodness gracious. Holgerson has already put in purples, however, and gone fastest. Not by a lot, by 0.2. Nothing at all. This track looks interesting. Got a lot of straights. Got some kind of, like longer corners where you're going to have to hold it in there. It's got a sharp corner, medium corner. Got a bit of everything. That was very nice. So was that. So was that. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's 49. That might... Look, I'm not asking someone to go and do the research, because that would be kind of crazy. But that might be the best ever single tuning run we have ever done. I'm talking ever. Risky. Paid off. Paid off. 31. See, that's more like it. 30 is your kind of your average tuning. 48 means everything went well. Big time. There's also one other thing I want to address, guys. And that is spoilers in the comments. So even though obviously I get excited when we have a really good race, if you're watching the episode and it's just come out, maybe spoiler tag your comment. Just put like spoilers in brackets, click down a few spaces, and then type it out. Because, you know, some people might miss it. They may not get to see it that same day. And, you know, if they get the race spoiled, that's not fun, is it? That's not fun for anybody. You know, you go in to watch your favorite movie franchise. You want to see the next movie in the cinemas, and then someone puts up a thing right in front of the screen that says, this character dies. You'd be annoyed. And, you know, that person would probably get punched, if we're being honest. So please, if you maybe, you know, want to celebrate or you want to say this is like a good result or whatever, if the video is still relatively fresh, maybe just spoiler tag it, click down a little bit. I don't want to have to moderate comments. I'm not a big enough channel for that to be a thing. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. We are getting close. You know, we're creeping towards the 800. But let's just look out for each other. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. Let's just look out for each other a little bit more. Okay, how are we doing? Well, we are running in second. Lafon, what the frick? Where the heck has Lafon Bois come from? In the Wayland, Maldonado's down in 10th. Okay, Bregman has kind of restored order and put himself back on pole. But what the heck is Lafon Bois doing up there? That is crazy. Nice. Okay. Better. Much better. Von Heim's not doing so bad down in 6th. That's a pretty good showing from the lad. It must be a little bit weird for him as well, you know. He's not a permanent driver. He's here covering. That is what he's doing, you know. He's covering. But he's got to try. Oh, Maldonado found a bit of pace. Look at that. Wowza, he got it right. He got it right. Fair play to the lad. Now it's up to Bregman to reply. And he is going to start his lap now. Sectors are going to be green, green, purple. Second sector, purple. Up into second. Oh, look how close that is. 0.06. That is 600ths of a second. Very close. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, not bad. Great. Good. Good. Just okay on the last one. Just okay. Nothing special. But still, plenty of time because these are very short laps. You know, 116 is a really, really short lap. So we can just keep tuning and try and find our zone here. There we go. Just wanted to make sure I didn't overcook it with Von Heim steering there. Got to be careful. Okay, Bregman can't focus. Bregman crashed it. No. Okay, so that sadly means Bregman will not be able to finish up tuning, and on top of that, will not be able to challenge Maldonado for pole. Okay, let's go now. We're just focused on the one car now. Von Heim should have empty track. Because all the other cars are where they are. So we're just going to wait for a bit of a gap. And then send him out. Dang it, he's right behind the car. Chikanami on his debut, no less. However, they're all on their in-lap, so he'll just fly on his own. Look at that, brilliant. Green sectors. Boom. He's in 10th right now. Bregman's dropped to 4th. Can't really blame that on him. Von Heim now has an opportunity to out-qualify Bregman. And he may still not do it. You know, he's still half a second down. That was unlucky. Bregman. That was unlucky. He's got maybe 2 more tunings in him. Let's get him round and get him back. Bregman down to 7th. And it's going to be... No, it's not. Okay. Von Heim not quite able to get the position there. Let's see what we can do on this last one. Dang it. There we go. Perfect. Well, it's better than nothing, eh? It's better than nothing. Well done, Von Heim and the mechanics. Now, he won't get his lap time in. Qualifying is complete. We're going to start 7-8. And look at that. The top 5. Oh, well, actually, the top 4 are all different teams. But Laframboise was not messing around. And Morston's in there as well. There's us as well. It's a really good session. It's actually a good sign to see the Wayland kind of coming out of nowhere. Must have done some under-the-table stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Von Heim's going to go onto the hards. Bregman will start on the softs. Let's look at Bregman. Let's hope he has a good start out here. He's starting from 7th. They both didn't really have a good start. Then again, Bregman's kind of fixed it. He's in 6th. Von Heim's down in 18th. What on earth? How is Ambrosio in 3rd? What is going on at the end of this season? It is really weird. So, Holgersen had an awful start. So did Von Heim. Just terrible. But Bregman up into 4th. So he actually gained 3 positions. And we've got Ambrosio in front, who we should be able to overtake relatively easily. It shouldn't really be much of an issue, because that car is not as fast as us. Maldonado is already 9 seconds down the road. Laframboise, what on earth happened to him? Yellow flags. Who's gone? Fisher's gone. Okay, I'm not seeing the point of any form of pit stop just yet. It's not really necessary. We've got 4 minutes on this yellow flag period. And green. Here we go. Okay, Bregman's already looking for positions back. Von Heim in the zone. You know what? Fine. Let's give him a push. Bregman's got 4th, but Lovera's still in front. Ambrosio is losing positions. That would be expected. Well done, Von Heim. That's 13th. And when that stress hits the red, we will calm him down again. I want to see 12th, though. I want to see 12th. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Never mind. Good work. Anyway, oh, Bregman's now in the zone. Okay, give him a focus. Get that 3rd place. We want to beat Woods. Do you want to beat Woods? There we go. That's the 3rd. Let's run off down the road just a tad. Build the gap. It's at 1 point. It's at 2 point. It's at 2 point. Yep, good. 2.6. Okay, we'll calm it down again now. Von Heim in the zone again. Okay, brilliant. He is now running in 12th, so he did manage to get Rosenqvist. Now is looking to catch up to Shikanami. 6 seconds up the road. I had a funny comment on a previous video saying, I really thought you were playing bad on purpose. Promise you, I was not. I promise you. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think I just take a little bit longer to learn the tricks of games. Than other people. Oh, Von Heim, I've let him go a little bit long on that. Although he has caught up to Shikanami, so it wasn't a bad thing. So yeah, I think that's more me than anything else. Oh, Maldonado, early pit stop, goes on to the hard, has lost. He's down in 5th. Well, we are going to pit soon. That's true. Okay, let's go now and just kind of get out the way. We're going on the hard as well. Just in case there are yellow flags or something. Going to come out in 9th. No, 8th. And Holgersen also pitted behind us, which is quite useful because it keeps one of the LeBrons in behind. Ezzolini's running in a 1 and 2 right now. They haven't been doing that for a couple of seasons. The LeBrons have fully taken over as the dominant team this season. Okay, we're running pretty well. Bregman's up into 6th. And we've got Ambrosio in front, who, of course, hasn't pitted just yet. But neither has Lovera or DuPont. In fact, DuPont's probably going to go into the pits a little bit sooner. I'm keeping it on 1-time speed just to think about how we can potentially get some positions here. Because Woods is actually in front of us outright, you know, on merit. Now Holgersen is as well because he's made that overtake. Von Heim is in 9th, but, you know, hasn't pitted yet. So maybe he's in like a net 10th? No. Yeah, no, maybe. Actually, I think he might be. Okay, Bregman's in 6th, but DuPont hasn't pitted. DuPont's now gone in the pits. He's going to come out. We're going to be rather close behind. Yeah, pretty close behind. We're just saving a bit of fuel and just extending these tyres. We're in a bit of a waiting period here, but we do want to try and get the Ezzolinis near the end of the race. I think we will be able to get DuPont, but Woods might be another question. He's been so unreliable this season. It's been really odd just how unreliable he's actually been. Okay, Von Heim is still running a pretty good race, extended. Let's go to ×2 speed for a second. Von Heim is extending as long as we can. Running in 9th right now. Morston's in front. Of course, Morston has to pit as well. And probably will do quite soon. Bregman has naturally caught up to DuPont anyway, which is really nice. We're saving up a lot of things. We're not really stressing. I really don't need us to stress. I think we make up really good positions at the end of the race. Okay, Lovera got past, but again, I'm not overly worried. Von Heim doesn't need to come into the pits just yet. He's okay where he is. Morstan had a slow pit stop. That's really helpful. Because that's who Von Heim is kind of actually racing against. If Von Heim can actually extend these tyres to lap 34 or 35 or whatever, then he's running a one-stop, just going hard. Bregman's kind of hoping for a yellow flag. Can't focus, but we've got Lovera just in front. Von Heim can't focus, but is really extending his tyres. Okay, Bregman in the zone. Let's give him a push. There we go. That's Lovera caught and done. And the gap to DuPont is going to come down. There's no doubt about it. 8.4. Let's calm it down again. Okay. Von Heim running a really interesting race here. I think I'm going to get him to do the one-stop. Just extending these tyres as long as we can. If a yellow flag hits, then great. Might even pit him on like lap 40. Yeah. And then he's just 26 laps on another set of hard tyres, and we can potentially burn them at a certain part of this race. Okay, another bit of time to evaluate. Where is Bregman? Bregman is running in 5th. He is 8.8 behind DuPont. think we can get him later. I think we can. Ezzolini is having a good race here. How can we be smarter? What can we do? Okay. So, Von Heim is going to pit. Morsten's right on his tail right now. He's going to go on to another set of hard tyres. Bregman has got DuPont 10 seconds up the road. Okay, we can burn with DuPont. We can burn with Bregman to the end of the race to try and catch DuPont. Bregman's in the zone. Let's see what that gap does. It's at 9. Let's see what it does. 8, 7, 0.5, 0.3, 0.1, 6.9. Still yellow down here. 6.2. Still yellow. Yeah, he's going to make it up at the end of the race. He definitely is. He's just cut that gap in half. Rosenqvist failed. Von Heim's running in 11th. At the moment. Still just running that one stop. Can he burn to the end? He can. Yes, he can. 2.4 behind. Bregman's done so well. He's burning now. Like I say, like that's what we do. We just eat up the seconds at the end of the race. He's going to get DuPont sooner rather than later. He is. And then we'll pit him for a set of mediums. And then we'll try and chase down Paul Woods, but it's probably going to be difficult. The gap is 1 second. Wow. Von Heim's up into 9th. Bregman's still running in 5th. Let's get him to pit now. Onto the mediums. And I do wonder what the other cars ahead are going to do. Okay, Von Heim in the zone. Let's give him a push. Bregman's in the pits. He's going to come out, obviously, way in 5th because the next closest is LaRouche. He's far too far behind. We're trying to watch both drivers, but it is difficult. Von Heim's still in the zone, but I do not want him to lose points here, so we're going to calm him down because he's got a nice gap over Pellegrini. Bregman is in the zone. Okay, we're going to have to go one-time speed from now to the end. 15 laps to go. Von Heim's got a 45 gap to chase Laframboise. But Laframboise probably will pit stop again, so that's 20 seconds off. So it's more like a 24 gap, but even that is, pretty freaking significant. Yeah, it's a bit too much. Okay, Bregman calms down. But the gap is 9 seconds. Good. Bregman's in the zone, but I don't want to tell him to push again. Okay, Von Heim's now in the zone. He can have a push. Bregman can have a push. We've got Woods in front. DuPont is going to pit. I think we're going to have DuPont on the pit stop. And whether or not we can get past Woods, it's just a straight shootout to the end now. We're burning our car. We saved up the fuel to do just this, to challenge the Ezzolinis at the end. Saving it for when it matters. Bregman's in the zone again. Okay. Let's go. Trying to get the overtake done. Von Heim, let's calm it down. How are you running? Let's calm them both down. Okay, how are you running? The gap is 40. Laframboise needs to pit. All the cars are now bunched up on one side of the track. It's really weird. Bregman has got both Ezzolinis just in front. 38 seconds. Those cars are going to pit, though. Bregman's in the zone. Okay. We've already got Woods. I didn't even see that. Nope, we've lost it again. That's all right. It's all right. We're going to try and get these Ettolinis. Woods has got DuPont. I'm going to... Okay, we've got DuPont as well. And now it's back to chasing Woods. And calm it down. The gap is 16 seconds to Laframboise. I can't see that happening. It looks like Von Heim is going to take home a solid ninth position. We're in third with Bregman. And if you can remember what I said at the start of last episode and maybe even this episode, third is first. For us, in terms of the team standings, that is the situation. Okay, Bregman, calm it down. The gap is 3 seconds on Woods. 5 laps to go. Now I'm just going to keep an eye on that gap. Woods is pushing, but he's actually not pushing, but he is burning. So are we. 3 seconds is the gap. Von Heim's in the zone, but I'm just leaving Von Heim to do his thing. He's running 9th. That's not going to change unless someone crashes. That's fine. The gap is 3.3 still. That's where it's at. 3.1. Woods is pushing. 2.8, 2.6. Okay, we're going to push as well. I don't want to lose these positions to Woods here. Okay, the gap is settling at 3 seconds. Okay, we calm it down again. 3.6. Oh, Bregman's in the zone. That's brilliant. I don't even need to push him here. I think him being in the zone is enough. 4.8 is the gap. 6 points. Yeah, that's it. We've got it. We've got it. We've got that third place for Bregman. The consistency, once again, it's just incredible. It's so good. And while, again, I have to admit, we are not really competing with the LeBrons. They're just a little bit too strong. Maybe we had a bit of a weak strategy here today. I don't think so, though. Not really. We've run a really good one-stop with Von Heim that's just really solid. Kept him in the points. We're way ahead of Morstan, and we're kind of a good amount behind Laframboise. And you've got to admit, Laframboise probably got a better car, but considering where he put it in qualifying. So I think Von Heim's just done exactly what is expected of him. And Bregman has done the same, running a really solid race, takes 15 points, and Maldonado is going to, well, maybe celebrate a driver's championship. And the team standings, oh no, that's the driver standings. All Woods down. Okay, so it looks like we've got Bregman a third no matter what. Artie Von Heim is now done. And we've got not much, 12 points. Only 12 points over Ezzolini. Cilliers is back. Okay, that feels good. That's good. $12 points. Can we hold on? That's the question, guys. So, thank you so much for watching today's episode. We're almost done with Season 5. We're going to go straight into Season 6 when it is done. Thank you for watching. If you've left comments and I haven't acknowledged them in a video, like I say, I will do. I will read them. I read them all. I reply to most. I thank you. We're almost at 800 subs. We're doing really well. It's crazy. It's awesome. Thank you for watching. She'll catch you next time.